welcome back to Desolation. My name is Lawrence.
And I'm wearing a hat, William.
And this is Substandard Roleplaying, and we're with Casey.
Hi, I'm Casey from the Questing GM.
And Dave.
Hello, I am Dave. I also would have accepted Thirsting William.
Well, I panicked for a second because I was like, oh wait, shit, my camera's on, I can't vape. We're gonna record, that would be annoying. So
You have to
I
restrict the video for
completely lost
kids.
my name.
It's not for kids anymore.
You know what? I think anyone who's watched this series would accept the fact that you're vaping and you not doing it on like live until like episode, what is it? 9, 10?
Yeah.
You've restrained yourself well.
I have done okay.
We've done far more disgusting things than vapes.
Yeah.
That's true.
At least it smells like blueberries in my apartment.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What did we do last time? If I remember correctly, we made our way back to Dughole and just met... What was his name again? Callum?
Callum.
Yes,
Yep.
we just met Callum. I don't remember what he said. He was happy, is all I remember, that we made it back. And we've been given orders to kill him and Grom and find more information about the eclipse. That's what happened the last episode.
Not
Oh.
kill Callum, deal with Callum. If
Kill
necessary.
Callum and Grom.
Not kill
I
Grom.
understand. Kill both.
As far as
Okay.
Maximus heard it, it's called kill.
Yes,
Kill
basically.
means kill.
Take care of Callum means kill. And what else happened? I think I was pissed off at the people that we saved, the other Legion
that we left back in
people that we left back in Prom,
yeah,
because
in
I wanted to
Prom
kill
long
them
ago.
because they wouldn't give us their tent. Bastards. Oh! I rode a sandworm, just like in Dune. Basically.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Sandworm.
You rode it all the way to Duckle, nearly all the way to Duckle.
It was 2 minutes of glory.
2 minutes of glory.
You're reading the notes. It's Maximus was annoyed at someone. All right. Well, that's
every episode so far.
Yeah, true.
But the sandworm.
Starting with Grom.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much the recap. For more information, watch our last episode. Go.
All right, I'll be right back.
Go watch it.
Hey, welcome back to Desolation.
Yeah.
Pause the video and go.
Hey, I'm Lawrence.
All right. Yeah, let's get started. William?
Mm-hmm. So what you don't remember is he was happy to see you because you've joined them. You now believe in the Scarlet King, and you're going to help him with his grand ambition of ambushing the tributary people from the eclipse.
Oh yeah, he
That's
was talking about this
right.
grand plan of like luring the eclipse in and surrounding them and attack them with wooden stakes and pitchforks.
Yeah.
A whole army of horsemen. He only has a grand plan of pitchforks.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and we were thinking about using the eclipse to get rid of Callum if we could.
Right. More likely the eclipse will get rid of the entire village and Callum, but whatever.
Potato.
Solved.
Yes, problem solved. Callum and Grom are dead. And us too, probably, but whatever.
Goodbye, Dougal.
'Twas nice knowing you.
Yeah, the library will be happy to know that.
You destroyed an entire town.
Yeah.
Who do you really work for?
It was all part of our plan.
Yeah. It's how you solve every problem in Fallout.
Exactly. Kill everything. Anyway.
We double cross their double crossing.
We're
So
still
that's the
in
plan.
Are we
going
still
in.
having a conversation with him right now? Is that where you're starting us off, or?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
We're all hanging out.
first, I guess we should ask Callum, how many people does he have in this village exactly that are capable warriors?
Define warrior.
Can fight. and not a female or
Oh,
a child or an elderly person.
Ah, good description.
Yeah, capable of emergency militia.
You have a loose double
That
baker's
was-
dozen.
Did you just say a dozen?
A double baker's dozen, so like
Oh,
26
okay,
people.
24. Okay,
26.
26,
And-
a baker's dozen.
you
Baker's
expect them to be around 25, the tributaries that are like coming for
Mhm.
your tribute. So basically, it's 1 versus 1.
Okay, so I'll
So
hand
far.
out the red shirts.
But they have the element of surprise, is his
Mm,
argument.
And
Yeah,
they
I'll-
they're better equipped and have horses that can trample you down. But anyway,
They do
okay.
have horses.
So we'll just tell them that the red shirts that we're handing out are part of the part of the gear.
If you had red shirts, Callum would be so delighted. You're
Yeah.
even wearing team colors.
Exactly. See, they don't realize, they don't know Star Trek. So
We're ready. We're wearing red as well. So I
You
think it's time to
are.
find a gold shirt. But anyway,
touche.
are you nuts? You're just gonna. This is what your plan is. You're gonna surround them and attack them with 26 people who have pitchforks and maybe knives. I don't know. Against 25 armed warriors who are on horseback. That's what your plan is.
I see your confusion, but we have magic on our side. We have powerful weapons. They do not.
And powerful weapons meaning not pitchforks and farming equipment.
Hey, those are +1 pitchforks.
No, it's
okay?
magical pitfalls.
Yeah, they're magical pitchforks. He has imbued the farming tools. That's how they
So-
manage to scrape out a living in this arid climate.
Okay, so yeah, definitely you so magic pitchforks
Mhm.
versus armed warriors with probably like swords and shields and
But they don't have magic pitchforks.
Magic makes everything better.
Okay, so
Just ask Kate.
I'm just very bad at talking. Apparently, my social is not convincing enough. Would anybody? I look to these guys and I say, would anybody would like to, talk some sense into?
Cages has given up on talking sense to this guy since day one.
Yeah, Cages hasn't been his fan.
I recognize the
beginning.
social cue.
I'm just
And
gonna ask.
he just
I'm gonna
ignores the
say,
social cue.
is like I can appreciate the importance and the belief in magic, but what happens if it's not enough? Do you have a plan B?
Oh, don't you worry. I have a plan B. The Scarlet King will save us.
We have to remember in his OOC talk. We have to remember he himself is a magician. So if anything comes to worse, you just
What?
thermonuclear the place.
You'll just nuke the entire place.
I mean, he's capable of doing it. It's like
One
I
of our
don't care how
theories-
big the room
Yeah.
is. I said I cast fireball.
I
One of
don't
the
care how
theories
big the village is.
One
He
of the
made a funeral pyre out of
theories.
dug hole.
One of the theories is Callum himself is trying to set himself up as the Scarlet King.
To be
No?
the
Yeah.
Scarlet King, yeah.
So is he literally saying, "Don't worry, I am here"?
It could
Never
be.
fear, I'm
Yeah.
here. That's
Well,
what
yeah.
he's
Very
saying.
Superman.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not wrong, because if he does just nuke everything, he's the one that's left, and he's the one that can tell the story the way he wants.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna do this from far away. I'll help. I'll be shooting arrows from far away.
Yeah, I think that's a sensible thing for Maximus' contribution.
I don't know what you guys are gonna do, but I don't know.
Callum likes it. You'll pick off the fleeing
The
cowards.
Yeah, or maybe the leader.
I earnestly suggest that he create a trap of some kind to perhaps reduce their numbers or, make them incapable of moving somehow. I suggested a pit trap before, but that was shot down. So anything you can think of, please. Just, if not for, yeah, it's conceivable that you might win this, but bettering your
Why not
chances
increase your
is,
odds?
yeah, exactly. Increase your odds. Save as many townsfolk as you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe evacuate them if you're so inclined.
We can move people to safer locations, but our trap is their overconfidence. We will let them fall prey to their own hubris.
Man, is that is that if I've ever heard the pot calling the kettle black?
Okay. Let's see how this goes. When are they coming exactly?
Yeah, exactly. I was about to ask.
How
next
much time
question.
do we have?
How much time do we have to
Knock,
prepare
knock, knock. Oh, they're here. Oh,
our death?
You have days,
How many
Days,
days approximately?
an amount.
Oh my god.
Days. Days enough to make a trench. Days enough to make a palace, a movable barricade.
Any day
Oh.
now.
So any day now just went from a number of days is at least 2. Any day now could be tomorrow for fuck's sakes.
Look, they don't
Okay.
have cell phones. It's not like they say coming for the sacrifices. Lots
Okay,
of love.
so I'm just gonna take it any
So
day.
not what
soon.
Any
LOL
day.
needs, Mom.
It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks. It could be less than a week.
I'll take it any day that doesn't amount to be
It's-
able to prepare.
It's that time of time. That time of the year.
It's wartime.
So probably not going to be able to prepare
Yeah, I was gonna go with
is what
that.
he's telling us.
Yeah.
Maybe what we do we know where they're coming from? Like which direction?
Yes, they like to take the road.
So
They
we
think
could
they
try
own it.
to
Which was from the west, or was it from the east?
From the east.
we could at least try to find strategic positions for the 3 of us.
They plan to bring these guys to the center of town, so all we need is a high vantage point for me,
Yeah.
I guess.
Maximus just need a good sniping spot.
Where
Speaking of the
would be
center
a-
of town, isn't that where the church is?
Yeah.
I believe that was the tallest building
Mm,
in
Yeah.
town.
That is the problem if you want to be on a rooftop.
Well, that's just gonna say that's the only problem is we're trapped if they get into it. But it's not a bad idea to have vantage. You know what? Great idea. You take that, Callum. Not Callum. Cages.
What? The
It's
center?
early here. Forgive me.
I stay in the church.
Yeah, you
They'll
stay
probably
in the
get
church and you can attack with your words, and I, yeah, I'm trying to think.
So Maximus will be on the rooftops of some other house away from the church.
Probably away from the church. It won't be the
I think
highest
my
vantage
plan-
point, but still.
I think my plan is to.
Duck and
I
cover.
would be somewhere almost like inside somewhere where no one can see me, but like somewhere where the window so that I can see the battlefield. Would there be like an abode nearby that might have a viewpoint of the potential or the anticipated battleground?
Yeah. That's so you'd be able to get a line of sight on that.
That's what I'm thinking because I have some ideas. Okay, so I think we'll probably tell Callum
Mhm.
that our plan is to hold up in strategic positions rather than just full front. Full frontal is not my thing.
Only from the
And
back.
we will fight.
Actually, I'll just look around the place where we're speaking with Callum. If I don't see Grom, I'll ask Callum, where is Grom?
Right. Grum is with Tyrell. They're out collecting.
And they'll be back when the day arrives.
They should be back by the time the sun goes down today.
Collecting what?
Food.
Oh.
Right. So where would
And
Grom
it's like
be?
an auxiliary thing. So Grum is with Tyrell right now.
Yeah, I mean, on
in a
the
group
day itself, what's
returning.
the plan? Is it going to be like beside
Oh,
Callum,
Yeah, he's
one
like
of the
Callum's right-hand man
ambushes?
thing.
Right,
So he'd be like right in the thick of it.
right. Okay. So I would like to stick with Callum, aka stick close to Grom.
Yeah. That's cool.
I suggest that we leave one of these Eclipse guys alive so that we can get more information later.
Yeah, if it's possible, I agree.
No, I'm telling Callum this so he doesn't kill every
Oh.
single one of these
Yeah.
guys off.
So
Cages
he
is
wa-
just Cages is
Callum
thinking to
wants to know what
himself.
info you need.
You're eventually going to need to take
Yeah.
them on, right? You're just not just going to kill these guys off and expect everything to be rosy. Eventually, you're going to have to go north or we're going to have to deal with this situation. The more information we know about them, the better. I don't know what specific information I want to know because I don't know a damn thing about the eclipse right now.
We don't know what we don't know.
hmm
Right? So that's why I want to keep at least one guy alive.
Well, if someone doesn't die, or you can save the life of someone that is dying and left over, then you can have him.
Okay. Well,
Taking that as Callum's way of saying that he's going to kill every one of them unless
pretty
we stop.
much is what he's saying.
It 100% sounds to me like
Is-
he's planning on a nuclear option.
He's counting on it, I think, more than his trick.
Well, let the dice fall where they may. I don't think there's not much we can do to convince him that
Yeah.
he is vastly outgunned right now. He might not be. I mean, he could know what he's talking about. These guys could just come in on just horses and be naked for all we know, but who knows? Either way, we'll see when the day comes, right? I mean, we'll prepare the best we can, and then when we get the signal that they're riding into town, we better get ready for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless you guys plan on doing something else during the days leading up to this.
Well,
Nope.
we should have our own plans, I think. If
Okay,
things
so
go very south.
our own plans are pretty much run the fuck away from this
Yeah.
village.
Do we want to prepare our own escape route? So we're
But,
just gonna play it by
I mean,
ear.
we're
like
surrounded
just
by
gonna...
desert, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
like it's open desert as far as the eye can see. It might be hilly. We could, I guess, hide behind a sand dune or something, right? All we really have to do is mark a location on our map where we need to all, if things go south, where we all need to reconvene, right? As best as we can. We're all going to be separated throughout this thing too, aren't we? Like, you're going to be beside Callum, you said, right, Cages? He's out. Okay.
He's looking very stoic.
He's looking
Yeah.
very stoically.
It's very. I was thinking that's very intense.
Yes.
Yeah, he's practicing for his position next to Callum.
Okay. That's what he said, though. Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yes, that is correct. That is what he said. Yes.
And you said you're going to be in a house somewhere, basically. With
I'm going to try to
clear
find
view.
some form of shelter that has line of sight to the battlefield.
I could be on the same house on the roof, I guess. If you have a clear sight of the battlefield, then the rooftop would probably have a clear sight of the battlefield as well. So we could relatively be close together, right?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
we're still...
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but Cages is separated from us, so literally the only thing we can do is say, meet here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do, Dave, before...
In the area, like in the area, have we seen any wildlife?
You've heard and seen wildlife scattered around, yeah.
Well, like any sort of like wolves or anything like that?
Yeah, more of the hyena things.
What is the
Like small
likelihood?
bunny rabbit stuff.
What's the likelihood, Maximus, that we could rein in a hyena or a wolf of some sort? I don't know if there's possibility because they were pretty tough.
We
But-
are all. You mean tame it somehow?
I don't even mean tame it. I mean just capture it, and then because my thought process is
Hyenas and
horses
horses.
horses get spooked by natural predators. So if we had it in like a cage of some sort, and then as they were approaching, released it, we might be able to knock a bunch of them off the horses by the horses, like
What's to stop the hyena from attacking the villagers?
nothing. You just proximity. We'd have to just hope that we let them out, and the proximity of them being, him being close to all the horses, and they're basically set it up. My thought process is like setting it up. If there's like something that's like, let's say they're going to be passing some buildings coming into town, for example.
Mhm.
We have one of these buildings, and then either someone or I could probably use some magic or something, and we may not even need to. If it senses and it sees all these horses and people, it might just bust out of the cage. But it's just a thought. It would almost be like another fighter for us. That's
Right.
kind of my thought. More of a wild card, but I
Um,
mean, if you
first of
release
all,
it
I believe the
behind that,
hyenas were back in the grasslands. That's near Praham, right?
well, I that's what I was asking, if there's any wildlife. So every so often we might see
The
one.
only wildlife I've seen are the birds that circle us
Yeah,
and the
big guys.
sandworm.
All right, cool. So we're gonna tame the sandworm, and it's so no problem. That's your
Yeah,
job.
Easiest thing
okay,
in the
that's
world.
that's not a problem. We'll tame the sandworm. Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, the
okay.
other option is we can just try to create loud noises, and even though they're trained horses, I'm assuming, if you generally speaking, if horses hear noises they're not familiar with, like even simple ones, it can spook them. So we could just try to create some sort of a loud noise. And like I say, if it gets 3 or 4 of them to whinny and knock their people off, it could be enough to disrupt their formation. That's all I'm thinking. Just any advantage at this point is kind of where I'm thinking. It's more of a brainstorming session.
Right.
Because if we could think of something, then we could
a
spend
loud
the
noise,
time.
I mean, can't you do that?
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
can
thinking.
do that,
Worst
Kane.
case.
You can like create a loud noise in their midst, I'm guessing. And
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's what I'll do. I just figured if there were animals around, it's a feral animal let loose near them would.
could you conjure up an illusion of such an animal?
That's what I was thinking as a secondary option, is trying to do something. I'm going to be saying this off the side where it's just the 3 of us now.
Right, of course, yeah.
I've never done something like this, but I was thinking of possibly being able to do something like that, and that's why I want to be out of line of sight of people, but in line of sight of the battle, because in case I'm that's what I'm going to try to do, is things that I don't want people knowing, obviously, what I'm capable of. And frankly, I'm going to be probably trying things I haven't tried before to try to survive this. So yeah, that's I 100% can try that. And the noise as well. And I could really just see how it goes. I just just brainstorming.
I think that's a good idea, Kane. I think that if we start a battle that way, it could be the signal to attack, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if not, if you could conjure up a big ass hyena like the one that we saw, or even the sandworm just popping out of the sand, I guess that would definitely like spook some of the horses, and like it
A
would
hyena
definitely.
size thing might be easier for me.
Mhm.
sandworm to make it believable. Having dirt and everything move around with it. I mean, we may not. I don't know. I can certainly try it. I just haven't. That might be a big ask. I'm thinking from some sort of an illusionary perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Something
I'll pat him on the
manageable.
back and I'll say, I'll leave it to your good judgment, Kane.
I sense some significant heartburn coming my way.
Then I turn
survive those.
to Cages and say, "Oh, you're back from your epileptic fit."
Yeah.
Cages, we decided that the only thing we can do, since we're going to be separated, you're going to be near Callum during this fight, is if things go south, we're going to rendezvous here at this sand dune. That's like all we can do to prepare, right?
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
if we had horses, that'd be great. We don't. I guess.
Well,
Here,
we'll
actually,
have plenty of horses.
Cages try to steal a horse off of one of the bandits that have fallen, then come meet us at the sand dune. There you go. That's the plan.
That's if things go south. So am I correct to assume the priority is to beat away the eclipse?
We're gonna try. We're gonna definitely
Yeah,
try to
and
beat
if
them
things-
and save
yeah.
this village, because
Right.
I think most of the villagers are innocent, right? If a little bit misguided, but most
Misguided,
of them are.
yes. Innocent, yeah.
You
I
can't
would say
be
that
innocent
they're
and misguided.
Well, I think their intentions are in the right place, given that they're more or less brainwashed.
Right.
I don't
So-
think they're inherently evil people.
So if we can save them, then we should.
Yeah. So we are not taking this occasion to get rid of Grom or Cap.
I mean, the occasion may take care of
If
itself.
some bandit is approaching Grom and about to knife him, I will not stop the bandit until after.
And be like,
until-
oh no, I didn't make it in time.
Oh, it was too late. Right?
Right.
So, I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, I don't see why not. But if it doesn't, then actually, this would
You'll-
probably be the best opportunity to get rid of
Awesome.
Grom. Yeah.
Mhm.
At
So-
least Grom, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
not,
yeah.
Maybe not Callum. Not if we can.
I should have just punched him to oblivion the first time we met him. But anyway. Yeah, so those are our plans as they've been laid out, because Callum's a fool and has decided that he has an army at his back when he only has peasants. But whatever. Let's do it.
Okay. So after your little huddle and you do the hand thing, go team!
And break.
Uh, so during your conversation, Callum probably went out and did other important Callum things.
Oh no, we all said that when we're by ourselves.
Yeah. Grum is going to come back, and Callum is going to tell Cages that they probably have 2 days to prepare.
Right. 2 days still isn't enough to do anything worthwhile, I think.
Honestly, 2 days 2 days is a significant time period to set up some pit traps.
Right.
I know that they were against
They
it, but I
didn't
don't
like it.
see
Yeah.
I don't see why we can't do, we know where they're coming. A shallow trench with some spiked sticks inside as the horses come over top of it. Like, I don't see why we wouldn't do it if we have the
Yeah.
time. Like,
Yeah. But I think that's Callum's call. And
Yeah.
If Callum
is.
says no, then 2 days. I mean, even we had a week, it wouldn't have mattered.
No, I agree. I mean, maybe I'll ask him, like, what's your
Defenses.
yeah, why are you not
He has no defenses. He's
liking
completely
the idea of setting up like a pungy
You know what?
pungy
Maybe this is the right time to try to convince Callum. Like you can be confident, but
But why
it
not
never
give
hurts.
yourself an advantage?
Yeah, it never hurts to be prepared at the same time. hope for the
Okay,
best and prepare for the worst.
you are a scholar. You can put 2 and 2 together. One of
Then
their
you
men
have
in
the
front
plans.
falls into a punji trap, and then suddenly we're facing a frontal attack where they are wary and they are coming for us. Do you honestly think, and he like gestures to where the outside would be, that these people could take them on in a frontal battle? Our band versus their line. We can't line up and fight them. It would never work.
So
They'd
what?
lose
How are
one,
you?
but we'd lose everything.
How are you? How are you foreseeing this happening then? If they're not coming at us frontal.
Because they're not attacking us. They're here to pick up people. That's what the 3 of you are not understanding. They're not killing
Oh.
anyone. They're taking people away that we offered to them.
Right.
You keep trying to be soldiers. We're trying to survive. The 3 of you have left that behind, and you're now part of the church, and it's time for you to start thinking like a church member.
Okay.
Callum is mad.
In both
Grum
sense of
is
the word.
Grum is smug.
You know what? I say we just let him do what he wants. I want to see
Yeah.
how this goes down.
If you're thinking of it, if you're thinking like a church, then we'll just follow orders like a church.
Yeah, that's fine. If he wants to do it this way, let's do it this
Yeah.
way. So
Scarlet King's gonna provide anyways.
we have our
I-
own backup plan
Yeah.
where we can get the hell out of Dodge and meet
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Because the
I'll
most
have,
important weapon of a church is faith.
I'll just say, to try to kind of calm it, I'll just say to Callum, like, well, my apologies. When you speak of everyone having these imbued weapons, forgive me, it didn't sound like you were going to be sitting here passively.
They're not trained soldiers.
100% they're not. I
They
agree.
are farm people who have endured the night of fire and have
Yes.
survived the Great Freeze and are now here trying to eke out a living. I cannot expect them to stand rank and file and enter battle like some seasoned warrior.
100% agree. I misunderstood by the fact that I thought you were setting them up to do their best, and that is my misunderstanding. So apologies, and we will fall in line.
Yeah, soldiers blessed by the Scarlet King. Don't worry about that.
He's gonna pat Cages on the shoulder while he gets a style point for that one. Oh yeah, right. I owe you guys each like 3 experience points.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take your word on it.
3 experience points? What can I buy with
Yeah.
3 experience?
you've had
I
quite
can
the
buy it.
experience
Yeah,
getting this far.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff we can buy at this point. But in the meantime, so are we just gonna let 2 days pass without anything?
Yep. That's what we're gonna do. Let the 2 days pass, and
No
we'll see.
clandestine knife and Grum's back.
Nope.
Not now, not today.
Not today.
We'll just on day 2. I'd like to start with a murder mystery. Yes, it would be.
But Maximus has been waiting for this 2 long months.
Yeah,
He's just like salivating.
yeah.
That's not true. Maximus knows how to wait patiently.
I catch Maximus dream. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, Grum. I'm gonna
Grum's
Yeah.
blood. Grum's blood in my protein
Yeah.
shake.
Yeah, none
Arrow
of
to the
that
face.
actually happens.
Cannibals! Grum, get here. They're hungry.
Anyway, so 2 days pass, and
And it is going to be in the mid-morning that Callum is going to start arranging people into places. And the tributes are going to get tied up like very loosely. And they're all going to get ready. Because Tyrell has come back saying that they're on the way. And it's going to be a long, boring wait. And you're going to see 26 horses coming along the horizon.
Okay.
And they're going to get closer. Like, they're going to get within 100 meters, and Callum's going to go out with Grum. And Cages, you are going to be with them, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. So what Cages is going to see is that all these people in their assorted clothes, 8 of them are orc. Not all of them are human.
Right. So 8 orcs, and that makes 16
Yeah.
humans. Right. Does any one of them dress or appears, like the leader?
There is a guy with metal with a metal chest plate that is riding in front. But it's deeply tarnished and dented and
All right.
worn
Wait.
by
So that means the
weapon
rest of
marks.
them are not. The rest of them are not wearing metal armor. Then
No.
is that what you're saying? Right. Okay. Maybe it will be that hopeless after all. And the leader is not orc.
Yeah, he's not an orc, no.
Mhm.
He's a man.
I'm going to be, having seen the preparations and loosely tying people up and stuff. I'm going to be sitting here just kind of like on my own, going like, I don't get this guy. He says we're going to be they're here to pick up their tributaries, and yet clearly I'm missing something. I'm not piecing things together. Clearly he's not full out. They're just here to pick up people and that's it. So I'm really just keeping my eyes open with my 9 perception dice. Just kind of like watching for any. I want to keep an eye on Callum as we get close to this, especially as they're
Actually,
approaching.
let's use some of that perception.
Yeah.
Sure.
I could make an average check for that as well.
Yeah, do that. The both of you doing
Uh,
that might be good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just
I guess
try to
I'll
spot.
do. Average is it's rounding down.
No, you roll the
No.
extra. You roll the 0.5.
Oh, right. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Right. I have to open this up. Sorry. 1 second.
My average is 3. My average is 3.
Okay.
So my average is 4, and I will roll 1. Sorry. I'm just trying to find this stupid.
It's on the pinned comments.
Oh, it's pinned.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the Desolation spam.
Thank you. I was in the right channel. I just forgot there was a pinned one. All right. So 5.
Okay.
Change the name of that. There we go.
Dallas Dice Roller. Howdy. Okay,
Howdy,
so
partner.
for Cages, Callum and Grum seem excited. And for Kane, the people that you're tying up and the people you're
Mm.
interacting with, no one is nervous. They're not scared. Even though they're facing definite potential death. It doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel like
This is what I'm saying. Something seems off. Okay. Okay.
The question is who?
Okay. Well, I'm going to be sitting back in my, like I say, I'm watching this through the window of a hut off to the side or something, and I'm just kind of been like,
Mhm, mhm. So
something does not compute.
going to back to Cages. So they're all going to stop, and the one's going to come forward to meet the 3 of you. And Callum's going to tell him that he has traitors in his town, and they are fit for tribute to the eclipse for more security and protection. It feels very much like a mafia kind of deal going down.
And
And
then make an empathy check just to sense like the tone he's taking this. Is it like a really submissive one, or is it like a sarcastic one?
Do that.
I feel like he's talking about us.
Yeah, that's what I felt too.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing as well. But that's
There
kind
are
of weird. Like,
traitors, and there's
if
one
it's
right standing right next to me, right there.
if it's selling out 3 of us just to appease like the dozen horsemen, or
You're
2
the
baker's
welcoming
dozen,
party.
that's a really big welcoming party that they pick. So I have 7 dice. I'm just gonna roll it just to see, just to get spectacular failures.
That's fun.
Super empathy.
Super empathy. Super empathy.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
3. 3 is still a normal difficulty.
Mhm.
Empath 3.
Empathy. You sausage. when he said traitors, Grum looked at you.
Great. That's awesome.
That's odd
But
too. Like, how
he's
did they
saying-
know?
But
Okay.
Callum specifically is saying this with like practiced confidence. Like he's you can imagine someone like looking in the mirror, hyping himself up to do
Yeah.
something.
He's rehearsed this
Like
1,000
yeah,
times.
like he's practiced this one since he woke up.
Okay. But I don't know this.
Oh.
I'm on top of a building right now.
Yeah, you're on top of a building and Dave's in
No,
the house.
I'm guessing Maximus is still able to see me, right?
Yeah, but I don't hear what's going on.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
don't
hear what's going
hear-
on. You can just see Cage's face just like brights up, and it's like, oh shit moment.
Cage is just like looking around like Maximus.
Do I notice that something's wrong? Would
You
I
can
know?
you can roll a perception thing.
Fine.
That's so I'll even give you the number now. I won't be obscure about it. So
Okay.
on how many dice do you have?
For perception?
Yeah.
Not much.
'Cause-
4.
4. Okay. So on 2, you'll notice something is weird. On 3, you'll notice Cage's is like distressed. And on 4, you're gonna basically read his mind. And you'll know there's something not right.
Okay. Well, so on 2, I'll know that there's something wrong. On 3, what did you say?
On 3, you'll know that
You see my face.
Cage's is you're like reading Cage's face like this is between you guys.
Uh-huh.
And on a 4, you're gonna know
What
there-
Cage's
there's-
meant.
shit.
Well,
Yeah, what
I mean,
Cage's thinks is going on.
I might as well just roll it instead of taking the
It's like
odds this time.
It's like in an anime when they stare at each other and they just nod their heads and they know what's going on.
I don't know shit.
On a 1, you saw Cage's turn quickly.
Okay.
On a 1.
I mean, I
I
feel
would
like
have
I
no
hate-
reason to shoot right now, so.
I don't really like to know, like, I don't like to be, someone who's just like, oh, I'm going to check too. But I did say that I've been kind of like, I've been skeptical about this. So, like, would I be able to discern anything?
If you
Like, I'm sitting back waiting to see, like, if I need to do something to try to save Cage's or what. But, like, I clearly won't be able to hear them because I'm in a house. But I'm going to be watching that whole
you'll
thing.
be
very
watching like the whole thing going on. Yeah, sure, you can also roll. See if you get a sense for it. You can do this independently of Maximus.
You have better perception too. Much better.
Good God.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So you completely got what Cages was trying to communicate in his quick turn.
I
You-
picked
you
up
saw
what he
his
was throwing
face.
down.
Yeah, you picked it up.
Fuck. Okay.
Ball's in your court, man. What are you gonna do?
And you're on my building?
I'm on the roof of your building.
While
That's
you're
easy.
thinking about this,
Yeah.
here's what I'll do. I'll put in a real world timer. They've turned to start walking. You have 3 minutes to figure this out before they get to the town.
They've turned they've turned to walk away
Well,
from us?
they're no. Like Callum and Grom, they've turned around and they're coming towards the town now.
A town?
They're coming towards Circle. They're continuing the walk.
The
They're coming.
eclipse.
They're coming.
The eclipse.
Yes, they're
Okay.
coming.
I mean, we didn't say we would have a way of communicating, so I'm not going to say that. I want to. Is there a back door to this house that would take me outside?
Yeah,
Without-
sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of creak the door open and be like, Maximus, see if he can hear me.
Absolutely.
Do I hear? Okay, so
Maybe like-
what?
Something's not right. Something's not. Cages
Wait,
is in trouble.
you got a 6. You should know exactly what Cages is trying to tell you. So
Well, I'm just gonna say Cages. There, Cages. It is not comfortable. I think Callum's. He's serving us up.
okay,
Something's not
then
right.
I hear he's serving us up,
Mhm.
and it's at that point that I will shoot at Rom.
At Grom. Oh.
Okay.
He says I know Cages is the bad guy, but I fucking hate this guy.
Fuck Grum anyway. He had it coming.
Yeah. Okay, so
Oh, fuck.
of course it starts with me.
Yep.
Here we go.
This
I don't know if I
all
was
on
really
you.
suggesting this, but sure, this is good.
No, what the hell?
Yeah.
Why not? Fuck it. Okay.
I know what I'll do next now.
They're serving us up.
Because I
told
have
you, Grum.
extra
I told
hatred.
you you'd die first.
Yeah, because I have extra hatred for Grum, I'm gonna use all my style points, which is 2. So now I have 0 in this shot.
Oh, just 2?
Yeah, I only have
I
2
thought you
style
had-
points.
You had 2 left?
Cages is-
Oh.
William has
Cages
not
is-
been giving me style points, so
Cages
I'm
will
rolling
jump in
8.
front of the arrow to prove his loyalty. No.
and then I have 6 more. Here we go.
Callum,
Not for
no.
Grom.
I
Ready?
believe.
If it's not for Grom, Grom can go to hell.
Oh shit! 1, 2, 3, 3 there, and let's see. I had 4 left over, and I used 2 more, so 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. It's actually good that I used it.
Holy shit.
His head explodes. Holy Jesus.
Okay, well, I'll roll what little passive defense he has.
1. Oh my god, man. This is
I rolled.
turning sideways quick.
I'll do this. I'll show the physical dice I just rolled. I rolled. That's upside down. A 5, a 3, a 1, a 3, and that's a 3 over there.
No defense. Die,
No
bitch.
defense. That's
Which is
Yeah.
accurate, given that he doesn't expect
Actually, you know
it,
what?
so-
I have
And it's-
5 health.
it-
There's no way he survived this.
no. He only has 5 health.
Okay, he has as much health as I do, but okay.
Doesn't. He's
I
not
choose for
stronger
his
than an
head
arrow.
to explode. Can I narrate the events? His head literally explodes into little pieces, and then basically hits Callum on the face on whatever side Grom was standing on.
Yeah.
Little chunks of bone slam into Callum's cheek.
Sure.
That's one
Excellent.
hell of an
Yeah.
arrow.
Exploding arrow. Not really, but
Thank you, Kane, for giving me this enchanted arrow off screen. You know, I will give you a very grisly death to Grum's head and Callum being spattered with blood and
Excellent.
little bits of gore.
That's for fucking with us.
And you're going to he's just gonna drop like a sack of potatoes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll initiative now, or what do you want us to do here?
I want to know what Gages is going to do. Because you
Draw
have,
my
approximately
yeah, draw
1
my dagger
turn to
and
figure out what you're doing.
Draw my dagger and stab Caleb.
Oh, shit!
We're
Oh
going
my
out in a blaze of glory, guys. Last episode. This is the last episode. We're going out in a blaze of glory, everybody.
Like, fuck this shit.
I'm tired of getting fucked around with.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The headshot.
There's
Caleb gets
library, there's Legion, there's King. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
So is this a surprise
Maximus
round?
waited for this. He
Yeah,
just
this is,
pissed
Okay,
off.
excellent.
this is surprising.
Do it. Slice
just-
his neck open.
That is some cruel irony. The dagger
I'm
he
giving you a
enchanted
Game
for
of
you.
Thrones moment.
Yes, it's the dagger that he gave you. That's
Please,
right.
just
Yes.
have a style point at least for doing this.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna use that style point. All right. So I roll for attack. Yes.
Yep.
William's like,
And
Yep.
this dagger is an extra one.
It's an extra one. Yes.
I did not
So-
imagine this was how Callum was
You
going
have
down.
you have a feat. Remember something about
yeah,
using
I'm
your charisma
yeah.
or something instead.
Yeah, I'm using my charisma base. I have a 1 level in melee, so that's 5 plus the dagger. It's 6. If I use all my style points, I have a total dice pool of 10.
as he's stabbing, he's like, "You suck." It's the charisma.
Yeah. I'll probably inspire myself before I stab him.
Come on, Callum, you can do this. You've never killed a man, but now's the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, so just so I have an understanding,
Mhm.
not that we're not retconning this shit because this is awesome.
No, this is great. This is happening.
Alright,
So-
Cages.
Our reactions are to. I thought our reactions were to basically Callum telling them that we had traitors in the mix. But if they're still approaching the city, who was he saying that to?
Saying
No,
that
well,
to
he
me?
was doing like ceremony to.
Okay.
It's like the
tribute-
routine they
tribute.
go through for the tribute.
No, that
So
makes
those-
it even that makes it even better.
I know. So they are in town then.
Wait,
or you're saying like the rest of
that's a ceremony
no,
that
The
they
three
go
of them
through?
went out
Whoops.
to meet them and then walked them back to
okay.
accept them into the town.
All right, now I got you. Now I got you. That's the part I was missing. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Alright.
No
Um,
worries.
I'm just gonna tempt it and roll dice. Roll
Do it.
10 dice.
And dice.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice.
Of all the
here,
things
and
I thought
then-
could have happened today, that was.
Oh no. Okay, 3.
3.
And I have 2 more
And
to
it's
roll.
strong. Oh,
Ah,
Trade. If I took an average, it would have been 5, but it's all right.
should have taken the average.
5 wouldn't have killed it.
Only one defense roll save though.
So 2 damage. You actually cut into Callum.
That's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough to get him.
Yeah.
Now
only had
initiative,
one.
or
Yes.
are you gonna give
No,
Dave a surprise round too?
Do you want you guys? You're all responding to each other, so sure.
Dave,
I'll give.
magic
Just
missile,
the-
Yeah.
I mean,
fireball.
realistically, I don't know if I would. I'd be shocked. I'd be like, what? Ah, what? Ah.
What's going
Do
on?
Do remember magic is reviled.
Yes, no, I know. I think what I would do.
Spook the horses.
I don't know if this is something I can do in the mechanics, but
Mhm.
what I would probably do is hold an attack action to see what Callum's response is, and then if he takes an aggressive stance, which I expect he would, towards Callum, then I would probably because
Cages?
I'm still not sure about my power with this stuff.
That's where we get into initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're
I
gonna
think-
hold on.
Realistically, I don't think I would, because Cages is right there. Like I don't want to hurt him, and so realistically, I think that's what I would do.
Okay,
So
that's fine. Initiative. There we go.
Initiative.
I go last.
I mean, if Maximus can see,
One.
if Maximus see Cages stabbing
Mhm.
Callum, he probably knows who to target next.
I got a 1 for initiative.
oh my
Initiative.
god! No, you don't.
Oh.
No, you have more. Don't you? 1.
Oh, 2. Sorry,
2.
2.
Hmm.
Cages
Wow,
has
Cages
upgraded
goes
to
first.
5.
Good grief.
Do it! Finish him!
Where was that on your attack?
Finish him!
So
Do
what do
it!
you do? Stab him again.
There's Callum's.
Cages still goes first.
Okay, just still go first.
All right. Stab
So-
him again.
So
No
I-
time for
just so
talking.
I-
You're gonna take the swipe, not kill him and finish him off.
Just so I know, and again, no is
Mhm.
totally viable.
hmm
But because I was like in the prelim round, the surprise round, if you will, kind of like holding it, would I then go as like a reaction if Callum makes an aggressive move or no? Just so I know.
I think it's cool enough that I'll let you do it.
Okay. Okay.
I
I
don't
was
think
just-
it's, but I don't think it's in this combat system, but it is now.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it makes sense that you could like jump in whenever you want because you were poised to do it anyway.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna roll my attack again. This time
Mhm.
without star points. There'll be just 6.
Yeah.
And you did much better. Yes.
Oh my goodness. A
Oh
win
my God.
even.
Sick of everyone
Holy.
watching this.
Look
It's a
at
6
that. Holy shit.
6
Callum
evens.
deserves
6
to die.
6 evens. Is there a rule for this? Like, what happens if you get total success?
I
I've
mean,
never
like a
seen-
crit.
There
I've never
must be.
seen
I'm
this.
actually gonna look now.
There must be a
There
critical.
has to be something
Like-
for this.
I know what happens if you don't have a success. Like you roll 0 success. That's a botch. But
Yeah.
I've never encountered something where you roll complete successes.
Especially if it's like over a certain number. I feel
Um,
like that has to be a crit of some sort, but maybe not. Maybe not in this system, but
You know how
I'm-
hard it is to get that?
I'm
I don't think
skipping
Jesus,
so
man.
hard.
I don't think there's a critical system in this.
I don't think
game.
so. There's no
Yeah,
critical
there's
system in this
no
game.
critical. But in
There's-
terms of degrees of success, that's like an amazing success.
Yeah, that is.
one in 64 chance of that happening.
You have
Holy
done
crap.
something by the difficulty scale. You have done the nigh impossible. That's what 6 successes is nigh impossible.
How am I going to describe it?
You
Well, I
stab him
roll-
in the abdomen and his head explodes.
Yeah, there's an- you guys are not gonna believe this one.
Oh.
Whoa! Okay, one success.
One
No,
success.
2. There's 2.
Yeah, there was that
He
one.
still gets 4 points of
But
damage.
he's still dead because of the other 2 he took.
Yeah,
He only had 5 health as well.
Holy shit.
yeah, that's yeah. All right.
So technically, what we did was
So
we
how-
killed Grom, we killed Callum, but we
In
have
front
not
of the eclipse
attacked.
anyways.
We have not attacked the eclipse yet.
Correct.
It's something to remember.
Do you remember who was in the initiative track?
Cages was first.
Not
then
the
you-
eclipse.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the Callum was next, and then that's it, basically.
Yeah. They're just watching this treachery unfold.
Take
There-
over
there's a
the
bunch of
town.
people-
Take it over.
There's a bunch of people shouting. Some of them are laughing. The orcs are like orking.
So what do I see from the 25 villagers that are back in town?
So here's the fun part. You stuck your head out the back door when Maximus were being set up. Maximus shoots Grum, he drops, and then you saw Callum just fucking murder. Sorry, Cages just murder Callum in cold blood right there. And some of the people watching, there are some angry shouts you're hearing from other people that were watching the delegation
That's what I
in the
expected.
town. They are pissed.
Well, we're not taking over the town. I guess we're gonna fuck it up. Who's next in the order?
I think it was
I
Dave.
think it's Dave, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're not in combat right now.
I will. Oh man.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay. Oh, man. Refresh my memory. Sorry, I hate to do this.
No worries.
So the Scarlet King
Mm.
is the belief that he's of magic descent.
Yeah, that he is like powerful and can do what he wants to get what he wants.
Son of a bitch.
So you could say magical, yeah.
All right. Oh man, I'm gonna regret this.
Can't get any worse tonight.
Yeah,
I
Can't get any worse.
I don't know.
fireball.
Yeah. I don't care how big the room is. I said I cast fireball. I'm going to, as I'm hearing all this, disgruntlement from people in the town, but knowing that it's basically they're brainwashed from the Scarlet King thing, I'm going to. Okay. Oh man. This is, I think. Okay, so here's what I kind of want. Here's what I kind of want to do. I want to essentially, again, I kind of want to wait to see if they take an aggressive movement towards either the building for Maximus or towards Cages. But essentially, what I want to do is conjure as much as I can in terms of my power and basically the magic ability. And essentially, if there's any aggression, I want to. Fuck. I want to basically hold my action, and if there's any aggression, I'm going to cast. We'll call it an illusion,
Okay.
essentially, to make it look like there's like kind of like fire flames ish around me, and then as I kind of walk out and say and essentially try to basically say like the Scarlet King found them to be traitors. Calm yourself. So
Right.
that's kind of my plan, but I don't really want to
Okay.
do it unless they decide to be. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
Mhm.
But if you want me to just do it, I'll just do it. Like if there's no whole system, I'll just do it now.
We'll just hold on to that for a second, and we'll go
Okay.
back to Cages, who's now standing among two corpses covered in blood, with a dagger in his hand, facing down 26 bandits, for lack of a better word. And the leader is clapping. He's applauding you. And he says, "Well done. From the stature of you, I didn't think you had it in you. So I take it I answer to you now."
Yes, these were the traitors that had to be dealt with.
Very strange that he would talk about himself like that. I'm not a scholarly man. So, about those people we need. We're taking them.
Yes. The tributes have been prepared. Although we were planning to hand these two if they didn't, uncover the plan of the plot.
Yeah. So he nods his head slightly and he says, "All right, well, take us in and we will take them and be on our way."
As they
Mhm.
continue coming in towards the town,
Yeah.
can I now look at the tributes' faces? Like the ones that are like bound, I guess.
What? Oh no, your tributes are in town.
No, that's what I'm in town.
Oh, you want to look at them?
Yeah, everybody's
Oh,
coming
there.
in still, so I'm looking
There.
at their faces and I'm seeing if
See if they're still calm.
they
Yeah.
expected to be like taken as tribute, or whether they're still calm
They
or
think
not.
this were the whole reels.
Oh no. For the whole town, for
Mhm.
all 100 odd people, this is now very real. And they are very scared.
So they had planned to do something to the eclipse. Clearly.
They were excited
No,
about
I
it.
think they were planning on. I think
They
they were
weren't planning
planning
to
on turning us over. That's pretty much what I think they were planning on.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, yeah. Good point.
I don't know how they would. They needed 10 tributes. Is that right?
Correct.
And we're only 3, so I don't know where the other 7 are coming from and how he planned to. Like,
So
it's
wait,
either
how many do we have tied up? 10. We have 10 people loosely tied up as tributes.
Yeah, who are currently getting up, as Maximus and Kane can see. They're getting up and grabbing the weapons they had hidden.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes around you, it seems like the plan really was to kill these guys. And now the plan is they're now leaderless and they're very jumpy.
Okay. I understand. So we can actually literally take this over now. This town.
Yeah.
Provided that you're charismatic enough after this battle. We'll see.
Well, the way it's easy to brainwash the first time.
Yeah.
You know, this guy shows up, all of a sudden things start going well, there's food always. You know, it's hard not to be on board with him.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens after the battle. I'm assuming we're still going to have one because it's either that or let them take the 10 right now. So
They don't want to go.
yeah, exactly.
They weren't
They're
expecting to.
taking weapons. They're getting ready.
Mhm.
These guys are coming in.
They're
We should've-
tributaries. They don't have a choice.
We should have set up a trap just like we wanted, but that never
There's-
happened. So
There's before like 22 meters out, with just walking with these people.
mhm.
There's gonna be some people jumping the gun a bit, like, you know, standing in front of like the bridge over the trench around the town, going like, "You're not gonna take us!" Like they're trying to stand off and shout them down. And
You
they're hurling all sorts of slurs at Cages.
Okay. I'm gonna shout back at the crowd
Mhm.
and say you've all been deceived all this while by Callum. He is a false prophet. He has always been a false prophet.
And you'll just hear like from the back, "Callum saved us!"
Yes, he saved you for this. He saved you so that you would die for him. He tricked you. He was going to sacrifice each and every one of you.
And one of them is not going to listen to this anymore, and he's going to run forward. He will die for his troubles. And many more people are about to die for their troubles.
Sorry, he dies like
Yes.
Yeah,
actually
he's-
suicide charge.
He's going to suicide charge. And
Yeah.
then one of the Eclipse is going to run forward and take his head clean off his shoulders.
wait.
And
Wait.
Okay.
Wait. How close is Cages to the Eclipse members?
he's like abreast the leader, dude.
Shit.
He's like walking them in, essentially.
Cages is all of a sudden it's like,
Wait, I hope you can
oh, I
run.
get the power. You know what? Fuck this. I'm taking over this town, man. I like it.
Cages is like,
You know
what
what?
life do I have after the Legion? This is it.
Okay,
You know
so
what?
here,
We keep mistaking Calum and Cages his name. There was a reason.
this is what's running through my head right now. We're gonna have a battle anyway.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. We're gonna have a battle anyway. This is gonna happen.
this is happening. Tensions are rising. People are
E-
pissed.
Even if
children are
they
crying,
get to the
women are
center,
screaming.
right? Even if they get to the center of town, right?
Oh, they don't need to get to the center anymore. They'll
Right.
just take whoever's left standing.
At this point, yeah.
At this
I
point,
think
we might as well
another
start
vote will be
shooting.
more than
So
10.
I'm gonna start shooting before
At
he
who?
swipes the head off.
Hmm.
At
Before he takes off the head.
at the Eclipse. I'm gonna start
Okay.
shooting at the Eclipse.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Is he
Ta-
is
take
that
your
the
shot.
Eclipse?
Sorry, what?
Is that the Eclipse? Or is just a guy who works for the Eclipse?
It's just a bunch of guys who work for the Eclipse.
Right, but there's 26 of them. Is
If
the
you
bad
imagine
part.
like the Huns or the Mongols or something.
Yeah. We're not shooting Genghis Khan particularly. We're shooting
No.
a lieutenant or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to save the suicide runner guy for as long as I can. Basically, is
Okay.
what's going on. Here we go. Roll this.
I mean, we can turn that whole thing around. Right? I think I
1,
have
2, 3, 4 so far. 5
Five.
damage.
And rolling defense. 1, 2, 3, 4 defenses.
Okay, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys want to stay in combat, you're going to have to roll initiative. Because after that arrow comes out, they are going to charge.
Here we go.
Are they going? Did you say there's a bridge?
Yeah.
Or like over water or something?
No, they've just got a trench that they dug around the perimeter.
Well, what the fuck?
It was there before, it was always been there.
It was always there.
It was the
Did
one we
they
pissed
at
in.
least put spikes in it?
No, why would they
No.
put spikes there?
Ah.
People could fall down
They
there.
just put manure there.
So the the Eclipse guys, they're all kind of like
Single
in
file.
a formation, and they're all like running in now.
Yeah, now they're just charging in.
So
It's
5.
It's now a full head-on battle.
Okay, now can I release my held action?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I change it? No, I guess not. I can't necessarily. Yeah, fuck.
You can't like drastically alter whatever it was you were
Nah, you
preparing.
know what? That's fine. I said I was gonna do it, so I was gonna change it, but now they're attacking.
Yeah, the whole Scarlet King facade seems a bit redundant at this point.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna.
Unless you still want to save them.
Well, the thing is, it's not gonna matter because that's what I was gonna do is try to save them anyway. But they're gonna get slaughtered now. Like now that the shot has been fired. If all it's gonna do, if anything, would be convince them to fight against them for us. But they're gonna fight anyway because their guys are getting rushed.
They
Yeah.
were
So I'm
like,
actually gonna just.
what you have
Sorry?
to like. They were coming in, and there was
Yeah.
a suicide guy going out and attacking
Yeah.
them, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tributaries didn't want to come and attack, or didn't want to go with them, so they were getting their weapons out. This was going to go down anyway.
I hear
Doesn't
ya.
matter how or who
Yeah,
started
so I'm
it.
actually gonna not follow through with it. I'm just gonna I wait for my next turn in combat to do something different. Because I do want to do something, but that's not what I'm. It's pointless at this point, I think.
Right. Okay.
Because
So
if I go in and even if I convince them all that I'm the Scarlet King,
wait,
it's
you
not gonna
could
stop the
no. You could inspire them. You could give them
But they're-
the leadership that they're lacking right now.
Just-
Is the
yeah, but I
thing
feel
that I'm
like they're gonna
saying.
fight anyway.
Technically,
Like,
The
No, no,
lower
technically
pledge.
those-
How
They've
you
been
go
taught-
into combat is different. You go into combat
True.
scared and weak and trembling. It's different than being like inspired and enraged. Yes, and believing in something. So if you do that and you're convincing enough, it's possible that we might get better roll, or the DM might give us a little something. Basically, is what I'm saying.
The other way you could look at it is you could by coming out as the Scarlet King, you could actually convince them to stop.
I don't think we can convince them to stop now.
Well, the Eclipse won't stop. but
Oh, I don't
the-
know if the clips even care, but
Yeah,
That's what I
think
mean.
they will stop.
I don't think doing this is something that could like kill me. So looking at it, I'm like, this is now
Yeah,
a shit
true.
show, and I don't think we have enough time. Like by the time I go in, if anything, I feel like they're gonna just be like, "Oh, okay," and then get slot. Like it's happening now. So I just.
Yeah, that's true.
But I have another idea.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just not do my magic fire show, and I'll wait for my next turn to do
he
something.
did say
whenever-
fire, right? He was getting fire ready,
Yeah.
Taffy, right?
He
He's
did
just-
say.
He could be just redirecting the fire instead
Yeah.
of like on himself. He's redirecting it in another
Yeah, but
area.
I did state it was gonna be more of like an image thing,
We
not
did say it
necessarily.
was gonna be an
That's
illusion.
still good. There's
It still
fire in
works.
front of the horses.
Are they still
I-
on their horses?
Yeah,
They're all still on
Oh,
the
okay.
horses.
I mean, flamethrowers are pretty fucking terrifying. They have
That's
Even if they were fake fire.
apparently when they do like flamethrower drills in the military, people like involuntarily run and collapse.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah. All right. Fine. I mean, even though all of this happened, and technically, we wouldn't have been able to discuss it.
Yeah. That's true.
All right. I'm gonna.
Well, so far you have played Kane as like someone that's unsure, but he like follows through.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do. Yeah. Based on. Yeah. All right. You know what? I would still try to save life somehow. So I don't know what we're gonna do with the tributary, but yes. So I'll open the door now once I see that start, and I'm going to then release a massive fire, but more of an image, a major image, if you will, and basically try to throw it in between in between the two groups,
Sure.
and try to basically make it look like this massive thing. And as I do that, I'm gonna shout out, and I really hope I don't fail, or this is gonna make me look like a real idiot. I'm gonna shout out, "Halt! This is enough!" and basically try to muster up as much machismo as I can find in the gut, the recesses of my belly. I am going to roll 6 dice on this.
Ooh. Yes.
All right. Oh, 2. Oh
2.
my god.
That's two.
I mean, it still might. I don't know if you want me to roll for like. Not that I want to do this. I don't know if you want me to
Okay.
roll from like a charisma standpoint too, but that's my magic roll.
That's your magic
And
roll.
As I do that, I'm like, guys, stop! Oh my god! Oh, fuck!
It's gonna be like
Oh.
stop, and then you fall to your knees. So with the 2,
But
it won't
still,
be.
it's still a show of magic, and I'm hoping it's
Yeah.
enough to.
It won't be
to-
like cataclysmic and overwhelming. But
No, but it is also just supposed to be an image, so it's like
Yeah.
I'm hoping to just kind of like stop
Grab
the
attention.
like basically grab the attention, and twofold is the plan of this is twofold. One, to stop things from breaking out,
hmm
just from a shock perspective, and
Yeah.
2, people will realize, wait, fuck, I have magical abilities, so it still might make them start being like, wait, hold on, like, because they believe in the Scarlet King, and that's why I asked
Yeah,
earlier
yeah.
about Scarlet King
Mhm.
being like a magical being. So that's my shouting may not be as convincing, but
Mhm.
it still is a display of magic. So fuck, I did not want to do this in front of 50 people odd, but or 100
Mhm.
people, but that's what's happening.
Maybe we can still salvage this. I think I have an idea.
That's what I'm gonna do is
On a 2, the illusion's gonna do its thing, and it's going to give everyone pause for a moment.
okay, and I'm
Does
just
it
gonna
scare
basically
any of the horses?
Yeah, they're not gonna like buck the riders off.
so I'm
But
I'm just
it stopped the
If they
charge.
stop.
It
Yeah, if
stopped
they
the
stop.
charge.
Okay.
and yeah, and I'm essentially just gonna just like I'm kind of like what down to one knee. I'll be like, stop. This is not the way the Scarlet King does business. And that's I mean that's all I can really do in my turn of combat. I have to.
Yeah.
I could
Sure.
keep going, but I mean realistically.
Yeah. How do you want to do? How do you
That's
wanna
not
do
a
this?
combat turn, by the way. You did
Are we
this
doing
because you
combat?
held, right? Your action.
True,
Yeah.
fair enough. I guess I'll just like I would just be like, you know, the traitors have been dealt with, and you know, that's the I'm gonna continue with this charade. The traitors have been dealt with. This is not the way of the Scarlet King.
Wait. I won't say anything. Go. Keep going.
No, I'm just gonna say, and I'm just gonna essentially at that point, I'm gonna wait to see what their reaction is. I want to see if I've managed to garner any sort of authority, essentially, before I talk myself into a hole. I figure more than anything, it's a shock to people
Okay.
that I have magic. Like,
Yeah. That would shock everyone, and everyone's gonna turn around and essentially like, what the fuck?
And you wanted initiative, so I rolled mine.
Okay.
Oh, we're still
we're
rolling
rolling
initiative?
again. Sorry.
Yeah, you do need the initiative. The the guy's gonna go, who the fuck is the Scarlet King?
Yeah, of course.
Who said that? The
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 Eclipse
the
guys.
Eclipse. Yeah.
The
that's
Eclipse
okay. I didn't
guys.
figure they would know who that was. I got a 2 again.
Oh my.
I think I got a 2 as well.
So if we're not going to be violent, then you can resolve what you want to do in this initiative order. But if we're going to be violent, then we're just going to combat.
Are we going to
I'm-
give them the 10 tributaries? Better stick to the polls right now.
No one's staked down.
Okay,
They're
well-
not staked. They've gotten up and gotten their.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, they're getting ready weapons.
Everyone
I
has
think
taken
that's
up
the next.
arms. They're squaring
Yeah, I
up
think
to
that's the
fight.
next step. Stop
So
them, but I'm
no.
not sure how
Here,
effective.
Stop. Here are the 2 possibilities right now. Either we all duke it out and someone wins, or 2, we end this peacefully, but somehow we have to give them tributaries, at least 10 of them.
Or maybe not.
How?
We could talk it out.
Really? With the Eclipse guys? 26 of
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Without killing them?
Yeah. I think
Okay, I'll hold my turn then until Cages goes, and we'll see how he talks his way through this one.
I mean, I've just shown this display of
Yeah.
magic that
Yeah, he
we
just showed
assume
it.
no one else has. We
Yeah.
assume no one else has, and Cages has already kind of infiltrated their ranks, if you will, and earned their trust. So who knows?
Yeah.
It could maybe work.
Okay.
So is that is either the Eclipse or the Peasant's gonna react first before it's our turn? So do we get to go involved?
Let's have it.
This is not how I thought today would go.
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
As far as Cages was concerned, 6 dice on success was totally worth it.
Absolutely worth it.
Oh my god.
So, in that moment, Cages is going to come under scrutiny, and he's going to say,
Cages? What? Cages is going to come out and say
Yeah.
something?
"Come under scrutiny."
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, by
yeah,
who?
you're going to by one of the Eclipse, and you're going
Uh,
to be accused of setting this up.
Okay, so it's my turn now?
I'm holding my turn. I have 5, but
So
I'm
that's-
holding my turn. If I can do that.
Sure, you can hang on. I guess who was next?
I had
I'm at
5,
2, I
Numbers.
think.
and then Cages had
Yeah.
2, and
I had
Kane
2 as
had
well.
I
2.
think Dave has 2 as well.
Okay, so it's between Cages and Kane.
I think equals are decided by dexterity, but I believe we both had the same dexterity, and then I think it comes to
Yeah,
roll.
I would be waiting.
It can come down to rock paper scissors.
Well, I've already said that I'm basically waiting to see what happens next, so you can go
Okay.
ahead. Like
All right,
I
then
did that, and I'm hoping
Yeah.
I'm just going to see where things go from here, and then make a decision from there. Because I'm hurting. Like
Mm-hmm.
I took a lot of burn from that. Like
Yeah.
I definitely just finished some Taco Bell, man.
All right. All right.
Gross.
Let's see if this new plan works. I'm gonna shout at the villagers to tell them to stop. You don't want to throw away your lives like that. That's what Callum would have wanted you to do. But the Scarlet King wouldn't have wanted you to do that.
Mm.
And as you can see, you were stopped by the fires of the Scarlet King.
Oh my. Oh, we're really leaning into this. Okay.
And then I turn to the Eclipse and I say, the deal that you had with Caleb was with a false prophet. So I think it's now the appropriate time for you to meet with the new messenger and negotiate for a new deal. And it depends
Mhm.
how this negotiation comes down, whether you will leave Darkhold or not.
So you're threatening them too.
I could make a.
I have 2 style points. I like that.
I don't have a intimidation for that, but I can make a persuasion maybe.
Yeah, we can try and persuade him. You're not trying to be scary. You're trying to reason.
I'm
with
not trying to be scary. I'm saying
No. These are your options.
we have
Either
new
we talk
management.
about this. Yeah, we're under
Well,
new management.
And to be fair,
The old contract is null and void.
you are doing this after a massive apparent fireball just blew up
Exactly.
behind in
Yeah.
front of you. So like
This is real
This
shit
is
now.
this is real shit. It's like when my
Right.
grandmother bought a washing machine my grandfather didn't want. They're like, no, here, she signed for the paper. And he rips it in half and goes, now you don't have paper. Take it back.
oh my god, really?
Yeah, he really did that. They're like, she signed for delivery. And he's like, let me see that. Now you're not delivering anything. Go away.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's what you've done now.
And I'm gonna take the average of my 8, which is 4.
You are very
So
persuasive.
that might be convincing.
You can see him doing the maths in his head.
Yeah.
And he like holds up a fist to like tell everyone to chill out.
Yeah.
And he says we'll talk.
Okay.
But now you have to pacify your crowd.
Yeah, just stay right here and we'll deal with these Ethans.
Oh boy.
So I'm ready to cross. I'm ready to cross the bridge if Maximus wants to do something about it.
No, I'm still. I have arrows
Maximus
trained.
shoots cages.
I don't trust the leader
Oh,
of
that'll be
Turnbull.
that'll be a great section.
That would be a plot twist and a quarter.
If anybody, I
finale.
would shoot the leader of the eclipse. So anyway,
You could snipe. You could aim at him right now if you want.
I am.
Kane, you want to say anything? I swing it rather into your favor a bit.
Yeah, I'm at this point. I'm gonna stand back up from my bended knee,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try to compose myself and try to basically, try to like harness all again, kind of ignoring the terrible burn that I felt, and just try to basically say like, Scarlet King, and speaking to the townsfolk at this point, I'm not going to try to convince them anything other than that I'm the Scarlet King. I'm not going to try to convince them. This is not the time to tell them that it's not a real thing.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to say, Scarlet King has sent us to take care of the traitors, Callum and Grom. They had wavered from the plan, and that they were just going to, for their own safety, turn you all over. And I understand the plan here was to kill the eclipse and take. This was not going to happen. It was a false understanding, and he wanted to inspire you all to go to your deaths, and for his own safety. So the Scarlet King has sent me to realign and refocus.
Maximus, you're still holding on to that arrow, right?
Yes.
Would you like to save Kane from Tyrell?
Yes.
360 no
Where is
scope.
Tyrell?
Running towards Kane,
Okay.
who now has a style point for that moving speech.
Oh, well, thank you. Doing the best I can with this shit show.
I will do a total attack.
Oh,
then.
goodness.
If it's Kane, then I want to save his life.
More delicious murder.
1, 2, 3. I
Now it
need
gets
it,
better.
apparently. 4, 5. So 5 damage on the first one.
Mhm.
And then 1, 2,
2,
3. 4, 5 on the second one. So very quickly, 2 arrows, I don't know, sprout in his arm, in his chest, in his groin. Who knows?
He's gonna take 2 arrows to the back and die.
Excellent. Well, that was easy.
That was easy. When you're as skilled as shot as Maximus.
And then
You're literally like that sniper from World War II, White Death, or whatever the nickname was. Dude just fucking rocks up, kills an entire outpost of people, and leaves. No further elaboration.
And I in response to that, I want to then like kind of wave my arm towards Maximus, and as I turn towards him, I wink, and I say
that nobody else saw. But anyway,
no,
okay.
because you're on the house above me.
Yeah.
When I go like this and turn
Yeah,
up,
you're
no one
like
else is gonna
turning
see me.
around.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, I'll be like, halt! There shall not be any more inner turmoil. I'm trying to instill that to the rest of the people, instead of fear, that I'm going to
Don't die
protect them.
for false prophets.
So, but I'm winking at you, hoping that you understand that I'm just doing this for show. And really, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
There's a lot in that wink, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry.
That's a dense wink. That's like
No.
really, like you heard
It's
the
like a
tear go
Morse
like,
code wink.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, the idea is basically I'm trying to show everyone else that, like, listen, Scarlet King is not going to deal or stand for inner turmoil.
Yeah.
We are here for the same goals. Just halt. Let's try to calm this down. And
dude, did you see? She's so into me. She winked at me with both eyes.
yeah,
Shake her head too.
She just can't get me out. Okay. You have established order for now. Everyone is sufficiently confused and freaked out, and no
Okay,
one
so-
particularly wants to die.
Are we?
No, now it's
Can
up
I
to
do something
Cages.
else, or are we like now waiting for someone else? Like, are we still in initiative or no?
Oh no, there's everything's diffused for now.
So then, what I'm going to do is I'd like to turn back to the group, to the intern, like the village folk, and I would just walk slowly towards them, and really pay attention to how they react. Just,
They're scared
I
of
will-
you.
I will
I'm
be
assuming
covering.
it's fear.
They're scared.
I'm
of you.
assuming it's fear, and I'm gonna just kind of like hold my hand up again, like same sort of thing to Maximus. It's kind of like just kind of telling him to hold again.
Well, yeah,
not
they've
really,
got
but-
that guy back there shooting all these arrows.
Yeah,
that
so I'm
has
gonna tell him to
killed
hold while I
them,
walk
what has
towards.
kept them stable for 2 years.
Yes.
And they've got you now who's throwing fire around everywhere.
Yeah.
And they have this guy that's walking the eclipse into their town to really take them away.
I mean, the way
They're-
I look at it, if they're this brainwashed for the Scarlet King,
Mhm.
I'm hoping it's enough that if I can convince them of this, that they'll just fall in line. That's what I'm hoping.
Right.
So yeah, as I approach and I see the fear, I'll say, fear not. Again, Scarlet King has sent me, has blessed me as the new leader of the faith. Again, Callum,
Mhm.
unfortunately, took it upon himself to try to, use the cause for his own benefit, and that is not the intent, and that is not the way of the Scarlet King. So, please know that you are safe for now, and
For now.
the goal is not to shed any more blood. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay. So,
And then
Everyone
I rain
is-
down fire on the. No,
yeah, everyone is processing right now.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. Everyone's processing. They're scared.
Kind of ironic that we're the only ones that have been shedding blood, and you're telling them not to.
Well, you're taking up arms to shed more blood.
Yeah,
We
that's
only
fair.
killed three. We killed three to
Fair.
60.
To be fair, I didn't shed blood. And
Yes.
I told you not to do any more.
Mhm.
So I mean, I'm trying to instill this like I will protect you mentality,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
like he
Yeah.
is now the new Callum. He says who lives and
That's
who
what I'm trying to
dies.
do. Yeah, absolutely. That's another reason why I didn't drop the bomb on the actual. Plus, I was just doing an image, but
And
they don't know that.
it's rather comforting that you don't want them to die.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Well, that's
the only.
because Callum
That's
had
the
gone to
di-
the
That's the difference.
Callum had gone to the other side where it's like you will die for the god if you need to, and that's where I'm trying to use that and leverage that to convince. It's like that is not the way that Scarlet
Yeah.
King wanted it
They're
done.
confused because they think they have to, but now they don't have to, and they don't
Yeah.
want to.
That's the angle I'm trying to play. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the thing we have.
we
right
still
now.
have to deal with the fucking 26
Right,
mercenaries.
that's
but
Cage's turn. I'm
They're-
waiting with
yeah,
bated breath to
he's-
see what he's gonna say.
Well, okay, I told him to wait. I mean,
Yeah.
he was willing to wait, so I'm walking.
Yeah,
I'm walking
he's-
towards
So
Kane
after,
right
Willing to
now.
chat.
and honestly, yeah, what I was planning on doing was after doing this and taking a quick kind of scan and making sure that okay, I'm sufficiently convinced that they're not going to try to get me and stab me in the back. I'm going to turn and walk towards Cages.
Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. You can walk through. I mean, you're the magic man. They are scared shitless of you.
We get to Cages and I'll be like, "What the fuck just happened, guys? Did we-"
This Maximus guy.
Yeah,
Basically,
I whispered to Kane like, "You're the Scarlet King now."
but like, so what we need to do, we need to try to buy some time. We need to try to get these.
We need to calm
mercenaries.
this. We need to calm the villagers down, not take arms against the eclipse because that will trigger the eclipse to go charging in
Agreed.
and kill everyone.
So- And here's the thing: if we can get the eclipse, even if we can just quote unquote buy time and get the eclipse to come back, the village, the people here will believe that we got them to leave without taking anyone, and that'll give us some serious. So I will say, let's approach and ask them, I tell them we understand the tributary system. We understand, what's happening. There is some the two we took out were intending to try to take you guys down.
Yeah.
Foolishly enough,
Yeah.
we
We
asked
didn't have
that.
any. We didn't have any
We-
tributes prepared.
No, they didn't. They were all fake. You saw that they stood up. You saw them. They stood up and bare arms. We have taken this over and we want to comply, but we're going to need time.
Yeah.
Can you give us another week? Can you give us time to just?
Exactly.
So
That's
that's
the
what I'm going
story
to
we'll
say to
go.
you. And then I'll go with you if you want, or if you think it's better to go on your own. But I
No,
think
we need to play on ceremony.
Yeah, I agree. So
You can go back
So
to the
that-
church, and we'll meet. They'll have to meet you on your terms.
Sure. So we'll talk, and then I'll turn back and I'll head to the church. You're inviting them into the town, man. But then so you can go back and invite even the leader, I guess, or
Yeah.
whoever. And just kind of, or at least bring them to me in the front of town. I don't know if I really want them coming all the way into town, but yeah, you can go into them and just basically tell them what we, just say like, we're not looking to rock the boat. We just need a little bit of time to reestablish some order here, and we can continue on and see what they say. And if they absolutely need something, then we'll have to figure it out at the time. And I don't know what we'll do, but they could take. It depends what the tributaries are for. If they're literally, do they need to be alive or not? Because if not, you have 2 right here that you could take for now as a down payment. Even more than 2, because we've killed a couple of guys that ran. Like you have the one of theirs and the one of ours that Maximus took out. So that's 4. If you can take that as a quote unquote down payment, and then reassess. No, I'm serious though.
Yeah. I mean, they're already there, so might as well use it.
And this way, it's it basically gives them the idea that we are complicit, and we've saved them from having to deal with an anarchist system. Really, that's the plan, I think. So, I will wait as you go back to your newfound army. How the fuck did this happen?
We are now ready to talk. So I get all the instruction from Kane, and I go back to the Eclipse, the leader of the Eclipse band. Tell him that we are ready to negotiate. However, and I'm just going to see if I can bluff this guy. Let me see how good my bluffing is first. Okay, not that great, but maybe worth a try. For religious reasons, this negotiation, since it's going to be bound and sacred, has to be dealt with the minimum amount of force. So what I'm requesting is this leader bring maybe at most 2 bodyguards with him, and the rest of the band has to wait outside.
He says he'll bring 5, and that will be fine.
5 is fine, but you are risking yourselves. I just want to make that clear to you.
And the spiritual stuff is just more of the same thing.
Let's just say that when the Scarlet King is around, you want to be careful.
I will take your word for it. And he's going to motion to a couple of dudes, and they're going to get off, and they'll all walk in nicely with you.
Okay. And I will bring them through the crowd and before Kane. And let's put it, say, 20 feet away.
Sure.
From me?
And then, from you. And I will kneel before Kane.
I'm just going, like, in my head, I'm screaming. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
2 months ago, I was just sitting in a tent reading books, compiling information for a dude that was taking us through a canyon made of glass. And then we caught this dude, and these assholes showed up and took me to a tree.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I will do all the ceremonious exaltations to a holy personage
Mm-hmm.
and says, "I presented the representatives of the eclipse, and they have abide by our sacred laws of blood and cement."
one of the Eclipse guys is going to salute. Could be out of irony, could be out of respect. Who knows?
Yeah.
And I'll kind of not disrespectfully, but I'll just wave it off. But there's
You
Thank
are
you.
in red, yes? I hope.
Yeah, you're also
Yeah,
wearing your red
you're all
cloaks.
in
yeah.
red, yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll just say listen, there's it's appreciative, it's appreciated, but let's just I'm not looking for the ceremony that Calum required. He took this belief and made it his own because he liked the power. That's not. I'm a chosen one to simply speak the word of the Scarlet King. It's not intended to make me a god or anything like that. I'm just wanting to create some order here.
Well, chosen one, the order is we still need people.
I totally understand. This has just kind of been thrown upon us, and when we found out that, upon your approach, this Calum was going to try to ambush you, foolishly, let's be honest. I mean, look at you guys. There's no way. But he had convinced this town to go to war with you, and it's just not how we want to go about things. I was hoping you could, forgive the lack of understanding, but can you clarify for me the requirements that you guys need, like why you need these tributaries and why you require 10?
We take tithe in response. We patrol. We clear out undesirables, and
That is
we need
appreciated.
we need this tithe in order to keep our numbers up and to further populate up north where we come from.
So these are actually the tributaries are going to add to your population and continue growth, rather than a sacrifice.
No, we're not as barbaric and primitive as you people here with your Scarlet, whatever it's called.
Yeah, you know what? This is my goal. I'm trying to fix the image because this Callum guy, I tell you, he really tarnished the image here. So I have to ask, and I appreciate your candidness here. I have to ask. We did have heard word of a large tree that has been. You've probably seen it in your travels, where there is
Yes.
what we understood to have been tributaries strung up. If that is not you, do you know who that is?
That is us.
So what is the reasoning behind those, if you are in fact taking these tributaries to be part of your population?
People who try to run on the way there,
Okay.
well, obviously try to leave, and that's painful to say the least.
Of course. I
So
understand. You're trying to be
we string them up as an example.
okay. So the tributaries, there's no ill will aimed towards them. Like the idea is to simply build a populace.
No, ill will is intended. The life we live is not fun. The life we live is
That is
harsh.
fair. That is fair.
The ill will is that we separate them from their families, but that's only fine. They're
Okay.
not going to stop us anyway.
That's fair. That's fair. We understand where you're come from. Would it be possible? We do not want to rock the boat. We do not want to change procedures. We understand this is the way of the world. Given recent events here, I'm hoping we have been able to earn some goodwill with you in the fact that we have stopped this. Although you guys clearly would have been able to manage it yourself, we have managed to prevent any loss of life. And given that your main goal is to increase your populace, is it possible that we could perhaps reschedule this tributary pickup for a week or so and allow us time to reorganize and set up, an arrangement that works for both parties?
Well, that's where you've got me in a bind, because
I
I can't show up empty-handed naturally,
that is fair.
and the politics of the regions aren't of any of our concern.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, fact of the matter is, we're taking people whether you give them to us or not. I could cut a deal, maybe.
Okay, well let's talk. Let's talk.
We'll
What kind
take
of deal?
you, and you can come cut a new deal with us.
And you'll take me
This
alone.
is well, you can come with whoever else you want to travel with. You have your buddy over here. He's going to look down at cages. Says you can bring your friend along for comfort and assurance. Don't worry, we need you. This shithole is leaderless right now, and we need people who will behave.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're not
You
looking to cause problems.
you seem like a reasonable man. I'm a
Thank you.
reasonable man.
Yes.
This man is okay.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Maximus.
Cadence.
Okay. You know what? I accept. We accept. I would say, and I understand the hesitation.
But of
But I
course,
would
you're
like-
bringing some people for tribute as well. Tell them they are your honorary spiritual guard for as the Scarlet King decrees or something.
Okay, so the deal is, how many are we talking? Because if we're cutting a deal for me to come to try to cut a new deal, do we still need to provide 10, including us?
Callum told us 10. Callum is dead.
Yes.
What do you tell us?
I would like to offer, and I would say, we take myself and Cage is here. We'll go, and I also, and I understand there may be hesitation. Our companion, who is perched atop the rooftop.
Oh
Doing
yes, your assassin. I'm very
Yeah,
impressed by him.
you have to understand as well. Given the false information that this township had been run under. Clearly, there was a lot of deceit and a lot of mistrust, as I'm sure you can understand. So he will stand in line behind
You're a
us.
smart man to bring him.
Yes. I would like to suggest the three of us for now, and then we can go and discuss the details with whoever it is that you report. Who is it that I would be speaking to?
You'll be speaking to the chief.
The chief.
Is
Perfect.
what
And
he's
where is
calling
this?
him.
Where is he located? Just so I know where we'll be going.
He's located north. We'll take you
North.
there.
Perfect. That is my suggestion, and as I hope you understand, like, given everything that's happened, and I totally appreciate where you're coming from, which I'm hoping having the three of us and myself included being able to go and broker new deals that benefit everyone. I'm hoping that you understand that it will be it should be revered when you come back with people of such status to discuss face to face. That I'm hoping that arbitrary numbers of peasants will be overlooked for this particular mission.
So he's gonna hold out his hand and say, "Give me 2 of your peasants. The 3 of you come, and no one has to die here today." Now tell me your name.
William,
Absolutely.
can
Yes,
I
boss?
step into the building at any point? Can I become part of
Yeah.
the conversation?
Yeah.
So, at some point, I will enter the building, and when he says, "Give me 2," right?
Mhm.
And I say, "You said that you string up bodies that are tributes who run, yes?
Mhm.
If you're trying to save face, you can string up 2 bodies, that of Callum and Groms, on the tree, and there you have your 5 people. You can say that they simply ran."
He
That's
so
fucking good.
the
Nicely
people
done.
that's with him are gonna laugh, and he's going to the lieutenant guy's gonna
It's a
say,
show of force.
I
is
like
what
the
you're
way
doing.
I like the way he thinks. You should let him talk more often."
I agree.
That way, you'll have a happier populace here the next time you come.
Morale
And
is important. You have a point.
and we will reinforce, and you reinforce the whole purpose of that is to keep people in line, and that should reinforce it, showing that not only have you strung them up, but these ones have been strung up to the point of death.
That is a good idea. I'm glad I thought of it.
Indeed.
You know what?
You are.
This is why I love working with smart, intelligent people.
What's his name? You can speak. What is your name? To
My
Maximus.
name is Maximus.
Good. And your what do I call him?
Me?
Who you looking at?
He's looking at cages on the ground.
Oh, okay.
What do I
He's
call this thing?
Cages.
Cages. Caged by religion, I see. And you, New Callum?
New Callum. Let's not go with New Callum. My name is Kane.
Cain. Ah, yes. The murderer of his brother. Very
I was
poetic.
waiting for that. It's spelled differently, but yes. Actually, I don't know if it is spelled differently.
He's going to grab your hand and shake it, and he'll introduce himself as Redver.
Redver. It is a pleasure, and I do look forward to doing business with you.
New name to write down.
And keeping, I must say, I highly respect the fact that you do business the right way, and I appreciate the fact and your willingness to not just be barbaric in doing this, but understand that it's an agreement that should be mutually beneficial at the end of the day.
You're lucky it was me, and I'd lose my head if I lost all my men.
Well, that's just it, and I'm happy that you understood that our take is trying to keep the peace. So it is appreciated.
I was happy to see Grum die, the sniveling
Oh my goodness!
Turnbull.
I'd be like, you're gonna get along with Maximus just fine.
Yeah, Maximus smiles at that one.
He's been waiting to get off that guy for a while. I'm telling you.
And we'll leave it on that deal. On that handshake, the beginning of a new friendship.
Maybe.
At the beginning of a new buying time.
Wow. Okay, that was an interesting session, guys.
Hey, we've hopefully garnered the trust of everyone in this village.
Yeah.
We just sacrificed ourselves to save them. After taking out their oppress. So the only thing I'll say at the end is I'll just say, give me a few hours. Give me an hour to, to speak with everyone here, to calm them and inform them that we will be coming with you. Otherwise, you have to understand they are leaderless, and I do not want to leave them to all run away, leaving no one in the town. That doesn't benefit anyone. So.
Yeah, it'd be weird to get a bunch of refugees all over the place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you come back here for tributary and there ain't no one here, it's kind of pointless. And if I come back trying to maintain order and there's no one here,
then it's his fault. And unfortunately for you, your fault.
That's understandable. But I'm just trying to prevent that from even happening. So if you just give us time to put things back in order and, a couple hours, and then we can head back out if you want. Or, I don't know what your plan is. I don't know what kind of, I don't know if you got a birthday party later today you got to get back to, but we'll hurry things up, That's all. I'm just I just want to have like a little bit of time to talk to the townsfolk and try to reinforce that they're not being left, and in fact to basically to prove ourselves, we're offering ourselves up to go speak to the one in charge.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that buys I'm hoping that buys quite a bit. It should, I would think, but I'm hoping it buys quite a bit of stature with them.
It probably should. We'll see next time.
We'll see next time.
Okay. And on that note, if you've been watching the playthrough, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will see you later. Bye-bye.